Good evening, Speed Gaming. Welcome to another installment of the Super Metroid multi-category tournament 2024-25 for this bracket match between ProfessorSchool and Smelon. My name is Exact Science. I am joined on comms tonight by the incomparable Emrock Star 20. How are you doing tonight, Emrock?
I am much better now that I have ice cream and brownies, and I'm here with
Let's
you.
go.
Mhm.
Ice cream and brownies are phenomenal. Almost as good as the Super Metroid that we are sure to see tonight.
I was just, you got it. But yeah, we are in the brackets now, and so today we have Smelon and ProfessorSchool, and it looks like the first match will be GT Classic, which is a classic.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting category. I think it's definitely the one of the categories we have on offer in the multi-cat. GT Classic is the fastest one for sure. World record for this is a low 32 if I remember correctly. And compared to like a mid 40 for any percent, for example. So it's very fast because you get to do a cheat code. Sort of. Yeah, basically, as we finish series station here, a very nice 4584, particularly out of Prof there. But it looks like we're pretty close to synced. Prof maybe about a half second ahead, but no big deal. So yeah, Emmerich, for anybody who may not be familiar, do you want to tell the viewers about GT Classic?
Sure, I'll do my best. So it's not necessarily a cheat code, right? It's a debug code.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what you'll see in the beginning here is you'll see the runners grabbing the essentials. So for that, it'll be one of your ammos, each of your ammos, missiles, super missiles, and power bombs. And then definitely Varia, because we are going down to Lower Norfair. We're going to make our way to Golden Chorizo, so GT. But I think it's dependent on what other sort of items they have to pick up to get there. It's dealer's choice, right?
Yeah, so you need in order to get to Golden Chorizo's room as fast as possible, to do that debug code. When you do that, it's going to give our players 700 energy, 100 missiles, 20 super missiles, 20 power bombs, and every major item except for screw attack, which they'll then pick up. And so in order to get to Golden Chorizo's room, however, you need to have Various Suit because otherwise you don't have the energy to get into Lower Norfair and survive the trip. And we'll see our runners, probably both of these two will be picking up 2 energy tanks. The most common way, I would say, to run this category is probably 2 tanks with high jump boots. You technically don't need high jump boots to make it up the lava dive.
Or tanks, right? Or do you need 2 tanks at minimum?
You need 1 with high jump boots. You can technically do it with 1 bootless, but it's like world record level stuff. Because you have to like, normally without boots, you have to take a hit from a Namihe flame and use the invincibility frames to wall jump up onto the spikes and on the left side of Lava Dive, and then wall jump over to the right side to get up. But there's a way for you to get those invincibility frames by going into one of like the bottom Namihe on the left, and it's like you'll see it in like Ruya and Bihi's like world records and like very high level play like that. Generally most people get boots because it's actually pretty hard to save time skipping.
But because the GT code gives you all of the majors and everything you need, really getting whatever majors that makes it most comfy for you. And so I don't think they get speed or wave. I think it's just high jump, typically,
Yep,
correct?
exactly. So the way we're even going to see the runners skip charge, which is something that you do in very few
Mm.
categories. Because when you do the GT code, charge is a major that
This is
isn't
another,
screw attack,
yeah.
so you get it then. And you don't. Some people will still grab it as a safety. The first pack of power bombs comes from the top of Red Tower. So you do have to climb Red Tower, and some people like having charge for that, or as a backup for the Kraid fight. Um, but yeah, we won't see either of these two runners picking up charge. And then you can get, there are 3 energy tanks that are not like super out of the way to get if you really need. Those are Terminator and High Jump Tank, which our 2 runners today will definitely be getting, and then Kraid Energy Tank, which if they were going bootless, they would get Kraid instead of High Jump. But you can, if you're just like new to the category trying to try things out, you can just get that 3rd tank if you want to make sure that you're comfortable with Lava Dive. And then the big gatekeeper, if you'll pardon a bit of a pun, that we'll have is the green gate glitch to get through into the back of Golden Chorizo's room. To get in the front way, you need space jump, which obviously is very slow to collect. Um, and so our runners have to go in through the back and have to do a green gate glitch with a maximum of 5 supers.
Yeah, and the with this run in particular, it is, especially in a tournament, it is often advised to take the save in Lower Norfair before the green gate, in case those 5 missiles, for whatever reason, don't work. And so you'll see a lot of parallels between these 2 runners. And I mean, right now, the beginning is much like the beginning of most routes we see.
Yep.
Just
With a
making their
couple of
way.
with a couple of minor exceptions, this early game is very similar to Phantoon First Any Percent, or even low percent. We're not going to get the big divergence is no charge missiles, no charge beam, but we are going to go up Red Tower to get Alpha Power Bombs, and from there we are going to go back down and kill Kraid first. The boss order we do in GT Classic is technically the optimal any percent boss order, but only for tasks. It's Kraid first, Ridley second, Dragon third, Phantoon last. And so, yeah, basically the way this category works is once you go into Lower Norfair and do the GT code and kill GT, it's basically just a boss rush to the end of the game from there. You have all the movement, so it's just about getting through all of the rooms as fast as possible. There are some rooms that are like notably different, like particularly in Meridia and Wrecked Ship, because you don't normally have like speed booster or at like space jump and screw attack there. So
But
the
here, sorry, just to pause you, with the professor just had a really good Red Tower through Hellway, and Smelon there struggled with the hero shot, so had to climb on up there and shoot the block out to come back down. So they're a handful of seconds apart now.
Yep, so I think Prof had like an 827, so it's like, yeah, it's like 10 to 12 seconds or so. I think Prof had an 827 PB's touch. Movement wise, Prof is, I think, a bit of a favorite here. Like, it's not enough of a movement advantage that Smelling can't like pull off a win by any means, but I think that in general, we're going to see slightly cleaner movement from ProfessorSchool here. And so, like, that's just something to watch out for, I think. But, like, and we're going to see our runners. We do break the tube here, same as PRK, as Phantoon first. But then we're going to go in and kill Kraid.
Yeah. Smelon's backtrack from power bombs was looking pretty good. Hellway down Red Tower, and then getting the D boost in the the bat room, bat cave. No, bat room. The bat cave's the other one.
Yeah, I just call it Scree Boost Room now.
I
That's what
guess.
you do there.
I mean,
Yeah,
but what
the
if
wiki
you
would have you
don't?
believe it's
But what
the
if you
back
don't?
room.
But what if you don't?
I mean,
What
that's a
if
very.
it's? Sorry.
It's still Scree Boost Room. It's still the room where you do Scree Boost, even if you don't do Scree Boost. You know.
Fine. Fine.
Uh,
Right. Smelling closing the
Alright.
gap. Smelling chasing Professor here. Oh, powerbomb strat. Clearing the.
Yep.
I always want to call them robots, but they're pirates, so I don't know.
Yeah. Without you often don't have like as many missiles in this category as you want. Oh, and this bug
Just
never
trying to
gives
get.
you literally
Yeah.
never. Oh,
Okay.
there's a missile. Okay. So no. Oh well, no. Smelling can do lag reduction if he wants. But yeah, this Kraid fight is significantly more stressful than in other categories because if you mess this up, you do not have any margin for error with your ammo. You don't have charge beam to back it up. Ooh, all right. And Smelling, yeah, getting that stand-up Kraid. Did bail out of the quick kill early enough that he has the 2 supers that he needs to finish the
Ugh.
fight. Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, Kraid is
That's.
such an.
It's hard when Kraid just goes off.
Hold,
Off
hold up.
script.
Did one of those missiles miss? I thought for
One
sure all
of his
3 of those
supers.
hit.
No, one of his supers hit his hand.
Well, one of the did, but then I thought he did 3 missiles and another super because he'd already done a missile and a super at the start. So it should have just been 3 missiles and a super to kill. I don't know why Kraid didn't die.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the volley of 3 missed. I guess it must have.
Must have.
Oh,
Yeah. And now we're gonna get health bombed. Yeah.
Yeah, really getting scammed there. Actually, that spike, like the one of the last frames before the spike despawned. It must have been like that was a really unlucky hit.
Yeah. That was just unfortunate. You know, it always. Kraid DLC happens to the best of us.
Yeah, Kraid is in fact gonna Kraid.
Kraid is gonna Kraid. And so Professor grabbing those high jump boots. Gonna make his way to Lower Norfair.
Yep, so we've got our 2 tank boots. If we see a pre-lava dive save, it'll be in Bubble Mountain.
Okay.
I am sure that we will see a post lava dive save at the top of Lower Norfair elevator in a race. No way we won't! Exclamation IFB.
I forgot that the 2 main saves are right before lava dive here at Bubble Mountain, and the other is in right at the top of right after lava dive before the green gate glitch.
Oh, Emrock, do you have handy which categories our players have banned?
I don't. I was just actually going to ask you, but I can see where this okay, so player 1, so Professor has banned Hundo, and Smelon has banned Arbio.
Ooh, is this so this is Smelon's pick?
This is Professor's pick.
This is Prof's pick. Okay. So that means that we probably won't see Smelon counterpick low ice, but if it goes to 3 games, there will be a chance
it does
that
say
we'll see low ice.
Wait, so this does say Smelon pick GTC, but on the thing here. Oh, interesting. I see game 1. I misread that. Nope, you're right. Smelon did pick this one.
Okay.
Gestro, thank you.
So,
I can read sometimes.
Let's see. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see Prof pick any percent either. For his pick here.
So, Professor getting through the lava dive.
Very nicely.
Yeah. making it look free, which it definitely is not.
All right, Smelon only going for the 2 farm on the purple bugs here, so it's gonna have 1 fewer super, but it's less. That's less meaningful without the save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Smelon also grabbed a 2nd pack of missiles somewhere. I mean, it must have. Yeah, I have no idea actually.
Alright, so here goes Smelling for the lava dive and Professor for the gate glitch. Oh, and he gets it 2nd try.
Yep. Like a very good dive out of Smelon. Okay.
Okay,
Probably could have
making it
gone, but
nice.
it's better not to take that Namihe hit because you die if you do.
Alright, and skipping the save?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my. All right.
Yeah, I think just probably thinking that that's what he has to do at this point.
I mean, yeah, he is. I would guess he's watching the restream then. And there's the.
Nice.
Oh,
Gets
let's
it first
go,
try.
Smelling. First try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably
That,
thinking, like Prof has this movement advantage, and Prof has not failed either of the 2 like major like reset points in the run. Like if I have to reset GGG, I'm cooked anyway, so may as well skip the save.
And
I would imagine that was his reasoning.
yeah, and I don't know if we explained it, but the reason you see them both menu as soon as they enter the room is that because it is a debug code, and for whatever reason, with leaving everything turned on like that, if you were to shoot, and then if you would shoot with all the beams, your game would crash. And so they have to make sure that before they shoot, that they turn off Spazer. So that's why you'll see people pause after entering GT room to do so. I didn't know if we explained that, so.
Yeah, like Emrock said, don't fire Spazer and Plasma at the same time. In most rooms, it will crash the game. There are a few rooms where it's actually useful to do. Like there are major glitch categories, or there are glitch categories that are actually like built on the idea. But basically one of the ways that people very often will fail the GT code is by like not releasing the GT code inputs. Because that'll buffer a shot if you hold it too long, and then you'll crash. But yeah, menuing and turning off Spazer fixes that, and you may have seen Smelon also took the opportunity there to turn off Barrier Suit, so that he doesn't have to do it later and can potentially get a pauseless maybe skip.
I see. Okay. Professor doing a great job making it down here to Ridley. And, now they're both at the point. After you get the GT code and you defeat GT, you are essentially in go mode. You don't have to pick up anything else. You just go along and fight the bosses in the order that Exact shared at the beginning. And...
Okay, yeah. Alright, so
nice
Prof
yeah.
killing Ridley as Smelon enters.
Mm-hmm. I feel like what I've learned so far with Super Metroid and Super Metroid tournaments is that it's really, any given Sunday in the sense of you can plan for everything to go as it always does, but it doesn't always work out that way. So
yeah.
Nice speedball from Professor. It's one of my favorite tricks to watch.
It's a Wasteland speedball is so sick. It's also a pretty chunky time save.
Mm-hmm. And that version in particular, I'm always very impressed with because I still have to scoot back and do the charge shot. But it's still fun to do.
Oh yeah,
regardless.
for sure. Like even with all of the Disgigas dead in the room, just like kind of when you just have a save state there, it's a blast to pull off. I love that trick. / hate it when it's in a PB.
Smelon. There was a hopper party, and it was not the fun kind of party.
Yeah, we do not care for a Disgiga party.
Gigas, that's what they're called. So it seems like oftentimes with GTC, a lot of the time saves, are the important tricks in the beginning, and then just how well people are able to fight the bosses with the items they have. Because one thing you'll see on Dragon and Phantoon, because the GT code gave them everything, we're going to see some microwaving, I believe.
Yes, we are. You actually can't see it, but both of the runners have both grapple and X-ray right now. The icons are just hidden because of like it's a debug code, so the HUD is glitchy when you use it. But they do have them, and so they can use the fact that activating X-ray freezes like enemies and shots in place while still making enemies' iframes run out, and so you can hit Batoon, Dragon, and Phantoon multiple times with the same plasma shot and kill them very, very quickly.
And then I remember learning that the reason why it works on Dragon and Phantoon is because the game doesn't expect you to have, in Dragon's case, plasma, and in Phantoon's and for Phantoon, either of them before fighting them, and so you can exploit them in that way. Is that true, or did I just make something up?
Yeah, no, that's basically correct. Like in order to get plasma beam, right? The game
on here with with Batoon, Professor microwaving Batoon, but needing to clean up with a few supers.
Yeah, I think you can if you hit him with three like hits worth of plasma damage, it's one super. So I think he like maybe mismenued to missiles. What I've seen a lot of people do is only do the first do like 3 microwave hits and then a super missile.
Full halfy.
Very nice full halfy from Prof. I'm pretty sure that it's faster by reducing lag, but I haven't actually looked into it. I've just seen people doing it, so that's what I assume.
So here's Smelon doing the same. Okay. Oh, nice microwave. No supers needed there.
Yep. And so yeah, basically like Emma was saying, the game for you to have plasma beam, the game expects Dragon to be dead anyway. And for Dragon to be dead, the game expects Phantoon to be dead because you need Phantoon to be dead to get Gravity Suit, which you need Dragon, according to the game. We know that that's not correct, but...
Nice full halfy from Smelon too.
Very nice. As Prof microwaves the shrimp. And so yeah, one thing that you'll see runners doing when microwaving Dragon specifically is that while the beam is hitting Dragon, or they'll crouch before starting the trick, before firing the shot.
Smelon getting a spike suit.
Very nice. Because when Dragon dies, it forces Samus to stand, which will let you know when you can stop microwaving and can just like either try to get a spike suit or prepare to leave the room. Generally in this category...
Oh no, not having his X-ray set up. And then so he ended up or missing the X-ray and then accidentally using his spike suit. That's unfortunate.
I mean, it's fine. The spike suit was kind of more just for like swag because
Yeah.
if you have a spike suit, using X-ray will get rid of it.
Oh, I see. Interesting. So is that because there he went to go use X-ray, but he shot and nothing happened, and then soon after he used the spike suit. So I'm curious if he just wasn't on
Yeah,
X-ray or just didn't
yeah, I'm not sure if he
use it.
wasn't. He may have like
Because you
over
can't
menued
tell.
off of it,
Yeah.
or yeah, may have just missed it. Um,
And that's the tough
but
thing about not having the icons, right? Is that you you
actually,
can't tell other than testing it out if you're in the right spot on the
yeah,
menu.
actually one of my least favorite things about the category, if I'm honest, like unironically. I hate the menuing in GT Classic post GT codes so much.
Yeah.
All right, Prof, beating the secret fifth boss of this category, remembering that Fantoon exists. I guess that's the secret fourth boss, and then Fantoon is the fifth. But um, yeah, it's sometimes you don't beat that boss, and you get to G4, and the statue doesn't sync for some reason. And it's not a great feeling.
Yeah. I feel like that comes up enough as I've been doing comms about the, missing Fantoon, that it seems like it's either happened personally to people, or it's happened enough where it's become a, hey, don't forget Fantoon type of thing.
I mean, like for a lot of people, it's kind of a GT Classic rite of passage, I think. Yeah, see, like there, Smelon was trying to menu, and like stopped mid-run because he menued past X-ray because he was just trying to menu power bombs to nothing, which is by all rights what it should be based on the HUD. Very nice
Yes.
microwave out of Prof, by the way. Taking
Microwaving
down
Fantoon is a skill in itself. It is not as easy as, say, microwaving Dragon, because you have to hit Fantoon with missiles first and then menu to X-ray. And so if you imagine doing all that and not even knowing where your X-ray is, right, having to be really mindful of where it's at. So
Yeah, yeah. The fact that you can't see grapple and X-ray when they're selected is another like. I always have to like, I always fiddle around and like hit the shot button a couple extra times to be like, am I on X-ray or am I on grapple? I don't know. What if I'm on neither? What if I mess this all up? And smelling also
nice.
nailing it.
Yeah,
No such,
nice.
no
Yeah.
such struggies.
No such shruggies. You heard it here first, folks. No such struggies detected. All right, so Professor on his way to G4, having defeated all bosses.
And
I
yeah,
love
as you
that
can
mod song.
see, yeah, it's rad for sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna to say that I didn't point it out with Professor, but with Smelon, right? Because GT Code gives them everything that they could ever wish for, not having to go up to get gravity, and can just leave the way they came.
Oh,
Nice, Smelon.
that was
That
sick.
was awesome.
Yeah, so like I was talking about, the strats where you don't normally have space jump, spring ball, and screw attack for wreck ship and Meridia. That's one of them. I love that strat. Is so cool when you can pull off the whole thing. It's so satisfying. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, Prof with a sub half hour varia time, like or a G4 time. This is like this is a very fast category, and Turian is going to be super super fast as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, It's not looking a little light on supers. Like, obviously, it's not like an existential threat because of the amount of the number of missiles he has.
Existential threat.
2954, bottom of like he's not gonna
I
die
know.
to
I
it,
just
but it's just like it's slow.
so
No, no,
having to menu here because screw attack is Metroids are afraid of screw attack, and so you can't group them as you would in other categories where you didn't have screw attack.
Yep.
Nice menuing.
Yeah, if you have iframes in general, I don't think Metroids can grab onto you. Though a pseudo
Mm-hmm.
screw will repel them as well, and I
Yes.
believe a blue suit will. That's not something I've ever
Yes.
tried.
Yes. Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm.
Neat little. I like that
Fun.
Rinkaboo setup has always been very
Yeah.
appealing to me.
When I do nail it, it does feel good. I didn't even think about screw attack giving you iframes, but that makes a lot of sense. Nice menuing from Smelon.
Alright, so Prof here, unfortunately, not going to be able to get past this. Will have to refill energy for stand-up glitch.
Oh,
You need to have all 700.
I see.
Fun fact, us with gravities, or I mean, without, no, not with or without anything. It's 700 is the minimum amount of damage. Very, very clean second step skip.
But does that? But if they have the reserve, does that count?
Well, if
Or
they
how?
have the reserve, like they won't be able to stand up if they don't have at least, like they need to be at least 700 when they get hit by the rainbow beam.
Oh, I guess
And
that would
so
require them pausing to fill
exactly,
up their health. I see. I see what you're saying.
exactly. Yeah,
Nice baby skip from Smelon.
very clean. And
Mm-hmm.
Smelon does have the option to do pauses here potentially.
Potentially, it depends on the sub skip.
Yep, basically, can he get through Mother Brain's damage list? Prof, meanwhile, already in catch up.
Yeah, that's.
Just like goes quick with that.
Mm. Okay, Smelling not getting that Zub skip. It can be hard because you typically have to take screw attack off to do the Zeb skip, but it looks like he was trying to do the down back one, which would not have required him to do so. But missed it, so he just missiled that first Zeb.
Alright. And we see Prof here. Gonna be doing a stand-up glitch. He's looking to do the two cries manipulation right here.
Two cries manipulation.
Did not get it, looks like. Or no, he didn't get. I don't think that was. This is my secret shame. I still don't understand anything about two cries.
I have no
I
idea.
don't even
so.
know what it means, Emrock. I don't know what a cry is. Like, there's all kinds happening in this fight. I don't know what are cries and what aren't cries, and like I don't know any of this. It's not so much. I guess it's not a secret shame anymore because I've just like.
Well, I'm glad that we're
part to SpeedGaming 2 chat.
we're really working through some stuff here, chat. Thanks. And so the advantage of the stand-up glitch is that while the baby is refilling you and whatnot, doing the things, you can continue to damage down Mother Brain for then Mother Brain 3, as you saw with Professor. Only takes a couple hits to finish her off, so nice work from Professor. And so isn't there a neither of our um, runners here did it, thankfully, but when you're doing the stand-up glitch, it's definitely not free. There can be soft locks that happen, but they are well past that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ways that you can soft lock
Yeah.
being
I didn't
stand-up.
want to say anything while it was still happening because I didn't want to, I didn't want that to be on my hands. So I waited until I knew everybody was safe.
Well, okay. Well, now we're safe. There was a
Oh
chance
no.
there was the chance of the slow lock. If you are charging a shot on the same frame as the game gives Samus Hyper Beam,
Uh-huh.
it tries to draw.
Oh,
Oh, and Prof, finishing up here. Sorry to to
that's
not
fine.
be paying attention to Prof's escape, but our winner in first
Yeah.
place here. Do you have the race timer up, Emma?
Yeah, it's 35:46.
Nice. But yeah, I think the game, anyway, when you do that, for some reason, I think the game tries to draw the bottom half of Samus's hitbox like hundreds of times, like very, very many times every frame. I think is what like the actual like mechanical cause of it is. I think that's like secondhand knowledge from Nada that I may be misremembering, but it's something to that effect. It draws too many sprites,
I
and there
see.
are weird ways to fix it that sometimes don't work.
Oh yeah, that whole conversation. I remember now.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, nice. Nice escapes from both.
Absolutely.
Um, runners here. Those down grabs. But, oh, smelling.
Boo.
I was like, where is he going? The aminals.
Oh
No,
wait,
we don't boo the animals. I love this
no.
move he does. I tried to do it in my own run the other day, but
Yeah, this
I
sport
am
is
not
fun.
smooth. It is fun. Thank you,
All right.
Smellin. We we appreciate you and your love for animals. I'm glad you don't hate kittens. Kidding.
Okay, so if you like, all right, GG's to Smelling as
GG's.
well.
37-32.
Very, very nice. Some great runs out of both of our players. I'm just wondering if you can do like the frame perfect like spark wall check thing to get like stuck in the gray door in Animals room so that you can leave the room, enter the room, and then leave without actually shooting the wall because you're far enough in the door that you can like wiggle.
Oh,
I wonder if that's a thing. Does anyone know if that's a thing? Please tell me that's a thing.
I know nothing.
Um. All right. So I think our
Oh no.
what's
Oh,
what's
I was just
happened?
I was in the race time.
Ah.
Um, so are we
Yeah. So we will
taking
take
quick
a
break?
quick break here. Everybody grab a snack, grab a drink, use the restroom. We'll give
Get
our
more
runners and our
brownies.
comms. Exactly. We'll give our runners and comms a chance to do the same as well. And stay tuned because we will be back with game two in just a few minutes.